What is going on, everybody? Happy holidays and a happy new
You're a little
year's.
late there.
RGTP is back. We
Yeah.
were on a bit of a break, but we are here. And of course, when I'm here, Mamba's here. Mamba, how we doing? Holidays are over. New Year's is here. You just whooped God knows
Hey,
what's
hey,
ass.
hey! I don't. We ain't need to talk about that. I'm still trying to get over it, to be honest. But like, much better. Happy to be here. Happy to be here with you, bro.
You know it, boy. We are here. And of course,
2023.
2023 is here.
The
We are going
Jordan
to
year.
give away our NBA mid-season awards in a little while. But first, we're going to hop into some NFL conversation. We have playoff seedings and massive implications down the stretch coming Saturday and Sunday and potentially beyond.
Definitely be on.
Because we must mention, of course, prayers are out with Hamlin and his family. Scary moment on Monday night's game. That is
Yep.
obviously still yet to be decided if it will be a win, a loss, a game to be played later, a potential tie. But of course, that will shape up a bit of the seeding as that game itself had important
You'd
playoffs.
have
But
to. I don't know when the playoffs start, right? But you have the season play out, and then like on a Thursday, like a Thursday night football, have them play. But
random Thursday night football game.
yeah, that game is neither of those teams concerned right now, though. So
No, very true. Very true. Prayers out to Hamlin and his family. But of course, Mama, let's hop right into the NFL conversation. Let's start with that particular side. The AFC, starting with the number one seed currently held by the Kansas City Chiefs. They can lock this bad boy up with a win over Las Vegas at Vegas. But
sounds like a pretty easy win for them, huh?
it is. But along with what would happen with the Cincinnati and Buffalo game from last week and what's going to happen there, Buffalo has a chance coming out on top over New England if Las Vegas ends up losing there. If Las Vegas ends up upsetting Kansas City, and if Kansas City
Stidham can do it,
and Buffalo loses, the game Cincinnati versus Baltimore could also be for the number one seed. So there's a lot of potential going on. Sad to see that our game on Monday didn't get concluded in order to get a definitive answer on what is to go forward. But Mamba, Kansas City, Buffalo, Cincinnati, 1, 2, and 3. In what order do you think is going to end up playing out here?
I think you just leave it as is. KC, it's if they had a tougher opponent, or if the Raiders seemed competent, they don't. And yeah, they had a great game last week.
They put a scare.
Yeah, they did, but
that's scary.
It's they're not concerned. Like Kansas City could maybe start like resting their people in the middle of the game.
Maybe.
But I don't know, man. It's tough for Kansas City to look at the schedule and be like, write that off as a loss for them. It just seems like it's gonna be a win for Kansas. Bills, Bengals though, we'll go Bengals 2. We'll go Bengals 2 and Bills 3.
Okay.
It's gonna be New England a win.
It is gonna be interesting to see because if they decide to, they can't both lose, obviously, but if they go into a tie, they both have wins over Kansas. Like, what?
Yeah,
how does all this stuff play out in the case of where they just decide to give them a tie?
I saw 2 ties are equals half a win or equal a win. Like a tie is half a win.
Right.
So, yeah, I watched a video where it's like if a team goes to 0-17, they'll be like 8-8. That's their record if they tied every game. So I think if they give the tie, it goes to the Bengals, does it not, for having the better win percentage? Because they both have the. I don't know what they do.
I'm not sure who's the number one seed, but it'll either be Cincinnati or Buffalo, both obviously winning over Kansas City, and then I think it comes down to conference wins, and I'm not too sure which team has the lead in there, but it's gonna have some, because if you're Kansas City, you're sitting at 1 right now, and then both teams get awarded a tie.
Just don't lose, Kansas. That's
And you
literally all you need
lose,
to
you drop
do.
from the 1 to the 3, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that
you have to go on the road either against Cincy or against Buffalo, or
exactly.
maybe even both at
So,
some point.
yeah.
Like you don't want that. No
So,
team wants that.
yeah, we have some very interesting seating up at the top. I cannot wait for this to get figured out. On to our number 4 seed, and it is definitively one of the two teams because not only is it a battle of the 4th seed, it is a battle of the AFC South. Going into this season about 20 weeks ago, we thought it was a for surefire home run steal for the Indianapolis Colts to
Yep.
run away with division. We said this on this show loud and proud. We had the faith, and it's come down to the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah. Who
Both
would have thought?
fighting for playoff positioning. Jacksonville, oddly enough, could afford to lose. They just need a lot of other things to go the right way in order for them to still make the playoffs.
Oh, you talking about like having Miami and them? Nah, I think I literally
It's
do
some
think
wild shit.
whoever wins this game, the loser is not making it. The loser of Jacksonville, Tennessee is not making it, okay? Last week, Saints had a chance. And then as soon as Green Bay won, it was over. So just win your game. Don't have anybody else try to dictate if y'all make. Just win your game, Jacksonville. Just win.
Just win your game. Jacksonville host Tennessee on our Saturday night game at 8:15. Mamba, who do you got winning and why? This is a 4th seed. This is
Yeah.
to host
Host a
a
game.
home
Yeah.
playoff game against either if Baltimore loses, you'll be playing the Chargers, actually. Trevor Lawrence will be playing host to Justin Herbert. If Baltimore ends up winning,
And then Bengals,
I
Ravens.
believe yes.
And then Bills, Patriots potentially again. Oh my goodness.
We
Give me
got
Jacksonville though. They're hot. The defense is good. They have playmakers on the offense, and they're just clicking now.
Right.
Unfortunately for the Titans, injuries have derailed them. And as much as I like Josh Dobbs, he's not gonna get much going against this Jacksonville defense. It seems like.
It's so tragic how fast that season from hell in the AFC and NFC South. It's just been not just one or two teams, like all 8 teams down south have had some really terrible.
And Jacksonville has looked the best out of all 8. Like that's the best part.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
I mean, hey, props. You believed in it. Looking at the schedule, they played the AFC West. Yeah, they played the AFC West, where the AFC West was like, oh shit, they're battle tested.
That was a disappointment.
They've been through some tough times this year, but sorry, Titans.
Sorry, Tennessee. That is our number 4. And our number 5 and our number 6, we currently have slotted the Los Angeles Chargers, led by none other than Justin Herbert. Finally looking to punch it in. He's not sitting on the sideline begging for a tie like he was last season. And then, of course, the Baltimore Ravens would very much love to be led by Lamar, whether they go into Baltimore, Kansas City, Buffalo, or Cincinnati. They would love to have Lamar there. But so far, so good. Easy sailing end. The number 7 seed comes down to a 3-way race. The New England Patriots, they get in with a win over Buffalo. But if they lose, Miami gets in with a win over the Jets. And if both those teams lose, somehow, some way, the Pittsburgh Steelers crawl in with a W over the Cleveland Browns. And if somehow, some way,
all that's potential. Like, honestly,
bro, somehow,
the most likely thing to happen now.
If there is just an absolute meltdown, Patriots lose, Jets beat Miami, and Pittsburgh loses, Jacksonville can get in despite losing. Yes.
Tennessee make it despite losing? Probably not, right? Probably not.
No, Tennessee.
No, they cannot. They'd have 10. All right, no, that's crazy.
Yep. So Jacksonville can still potentially be alive for the 4 or the 7, just kind of depending on how things play out.
So you need the Jets to win.
The Jets,
the Bills to win,
and you need Cleveland.
Cleveland.
And then Jacksonville's okay Saturday night. You know what I mean?
Right. You get the win, Jacksonville.
They're going
Don't
to be
leave
up
it up to
all
that.
night Sunday,
Yeah.
staring at them games. But it is a possibility. 3 definitive teams, of course, Miami, Pittsburgh, and the New England Patriots are the 3 teams we're mainly looking at, with the exception of Jacksonville. But we agree we don't see that coming. But Mamba, who gets in and why exactly? Patriots have the easiest route with just a clear-cut win. With just a clear-cut win. They don't need anything else. They just need to win a game.
Yeah.
Miami needs a loss
Yeah.
from the New England and a win against a returning Mike White. And then, of course, Pittsburgh needs
he was back last week. He didn't look too great.
Yeah. And then Cleveland needs to lose to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh needs everything to go right. Mamba, what is the most possible
honestly
outcome for the number 7th seed?
I'm going to pick Pittsburgh.
Oh,
I am because I do believe, Bills can beat the New England Patriots. They can. Sorry, they can.
But what just happened?
The upset, though, the Jets with the Dolphins, that's the most unlikely thing. But Tua isn't playing. Tua's not playing. Mike White's going to look for a little bit of redemption from last week.
Yep.
He's going to come out and ball out.
Yep.
And they're playing in Pittsburgh. And Mike Tomlin is known to be a winner. One game away to continue the streak. And
it's going to end
let's do it.
Ain't it?
Let's do it.
He's going to go 8-1.
Again.
Hey,
I would love a tie. Give me a tie, bro. Give me a tie for all 3 of these games if they really want to. But yes, give me Pittsburgh to make the 7th seed.
Wow. I respect it.
Kenny Pickett's looks solid. He's had some good moments in the clutch where he's like, yes, I can. He's a rookie. Give him 1 more year, and then we'll see where he's really at as a quarterback.
I respect it. But, of course, I got to go with the Patriots. I can't. We've made it up to this point. But I was fucking right. 8-8. This is exactly what we was going to be. So it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to pick us, of course. But Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They
need a lot, but the lot they need.
It's not.
It's very possible.
It's a lot, but is it really a lot? Yeah. Miami's been pretty damn bad. We've been pretty bad. Cleveland's
been pretty bad.
Pittsburgh really
they look the best out of every team we just mentioned. They look probably the best if we're being honest.
Unless Tennessee shocks the world, Tennessee shocks the world, takes the 4th seed, and Jacksonville loses.
Could you imagine?
7.
Could you imagine? That would be the biggest Jacksonville moment where it's they probably should beat the Titans, but knowing who they are, they love to choke. So
the AFC is going to shape up so nicely. I cannot wait to see what happens next. Moving onwards into the NFC. Somehow, some way, the Eagles ran away with the regular season for about 12 weeks or so. And now, coming down the wire, they are in jeopardy of losing the number 1 seed. Now that Jalen Hurts has gone down, they have dropped back-to-back games. They play host to the Giants. And oddly enough, the Giants can rest players.
Yeah.
They're locked in. Philadelphia, on the other hand, can't really rest players if they're looking to get that number 1 seed. So that is going to be an interesting matchup. But, of course, still alive. The Brock Purdy-led San Francisco 49ers need some things to go their way, of course, but a win over Arizona obviously seems very possible. The Giants getting an upset with their backups against Philadelphia is going to be the tricky part, of course, and then the team lurking in the background.
Yeah, I mean, you say with their backups, but, we don't know if the Giants are going to play their backups yet. They could literally be you know what? Let's show the Eagles what we have. And this is to go into the playoffs. Yeah. Let's show them what we got in that. Don't take us for granted. Even though, you probably take us for granted a little bit.
Right.
Don't take us for granted. And they could maybe pull off a sneaky win. I doubt it, though.
It's going to be tough. And, of course, the last team still alive for the number 1 seed. The Dallas Cowboys, who take on the Washington Commanders.
Vikings don't have a chance at all.
They do not. I made sure to look it up.
That's
The
so
loss
tough.
to Green Bay
The
definitively pushed
loss, you just want to call that just a loss.
the loss to
The embarrassment.
ass whooping to Green
Yeah,
Bay definitively shut the door for them and the number one seed. Yes, in fact,
yeah, that's
Dallas.
crazy.
I actually wrote Minnesota first because I was like, okay, these are the three teams. And I started looking at it and I was like, where's Minnesota? I was like, why is Dallas here and not Minnesota? Minnesota lost. They botched their chances. Dallas has a chance. Needs some things to go their way. Also, but can go from being the second best team in their division to the number one team in the NFC. Pretty nice leaps and bounds.
Yeah,
Playing Sam Howell and the Washington Commanders seems very likely,
they
but of
should have
course,
started that man so much sooner. I get they were trying to make the playoffs, but your quarterback spot, Commanders, it was never
right,
solidified.
right,
Yeah. Now it's like, all right, we're just gonna throw you to a fire against a Cowboys team who wants this win. So when you
yeah,
look potentially like a 5th-round pick,
yeah.
oh well, we had no chance anyway. But like, man, he could have been given a little bit more run this year.
True that. Absolutely. Heineke went.
It seems good. I
Uh,
know we'll eventually talk about teams switching places for the offseason, but like
oh
Derek
yeah.
Carr, he's gone. He's not going back
We
to
were
the
just talking
Raiders.
about him yesterday.
So Washington, if they could figure it out, I know you said a stable place, and
Yeah.
Washington is the least stable in the entire NFL, but like Derek Carr with that team would not be bad at
Maybe
all.
not. Maybe not. Maybe not. But let's not get too far ahead into the off season just yet. I'll ask you again, like I asked you about the AFC. Mamba, how does the 1, 2, and 3 for the NFC play out?
I think Eagles win, bro. They win it. And then you'll have Dallas be the 5th. And then we'll give it to the 49ers. They'll win out. Eagles will win out. Cowboys, let's give them an L. Let's give them an L to the Commanders. Sam Howell, no excuses. He wins.
I hear it. I hear it. Shout out to him. Too
Yep.
bad he's gonna lose. But I feel like it's gonna
Probably.
probably play out this way. I think it's going to be exact 1, 2, 3 in order: Philadelphia, San Francisco, Dallas. I expect them all three to get wins this coming weekend.
That's expecting a lot.
Not too tough. Not too. And of course, our fourth seed is the very underwhelming and disappointing Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh yes. They could be scary though. Like
Oh, they're
no
going to be
one
hosting.
exactly. Everyone's sleeping on them. Terrible team. Mike Evans. I just want to strangle that man. I just want to punch. Oh my God. He goes off when it doesn't even matter anymore. When it doesn't even matter. He has 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yes, sir.
But now it matters for them. They're going into the playoffs. It seems maybe that connection has been repaired to some point.
Maybe.
And you don't want to deal with that. The Tampa Bay Bucks have so much, and Tom Brady, yeah, he's older. He's been through some shit. He's still Tom Brady. He knows how to win a game. Trust.
Right.
See him do it this season.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay, they could be scary, even though they've sucked. They could be finally figuring it out at the right time. Maybe.
Maybe.
I hope not.
Then before I continue, let me correct myself. We will have, if things play out the way we believe it is, Philadelphia will be number 1. San Francisco will be number 2. Number 4 will obviously be Tampa Bay. Of course, I skipped over number 3, being Minnesota, who definitively locked up this division 4 months ago, probably. Forever ago.
When I saw that 15-1 was still when the Vikings were 5-1, bro, I really wish I just went like, hey, you go ahead and put about 10 grand on that for me real quick, and but it happens.
Too easy. Yes, Minnesota is our 3rd seed. 4th, of course, Tampa Bay. Number 5 will be the Dallas Cowboys if things hold how they are. And then the Giants, as previously mentioned, get to sort of just skate on in, no problem, into the playoffs as a 6th seed. And then, of course, that leaves us with our coveted 7th seed.
And, just getting hyped, 7th seed. It's 3 teams. We got Seattle, we got Detroit, and we got Green Bay.
Yes, of course. And
Oof.
sadly, Seattle and the Rams will kick off not really knowing what they're going to be playing for. That
Yeah.
game could basically be
It,
over
what
whenever
Seattle's
they
playing
play.
for is a win. That's what Seattle's playing for.
Yes. Oh, excuse me. It's Detroit that
Yeah.
might be playing without much motivation, or maybe they are a division opponent. You know, they might just want to stick it to the Green Bay Packers, and it's going to be very interesting outcome. Couple teams that Seattle and Detroit shocked the world this
Yeah.
offseason. Of course, Green Bay disappointed, but now they're just who's coming out on top.
I hope it's the Lions, dude. I know we need the Rams. I got faith in Baker. They've
Okay.
looked pretty impressive since Baker's got there. Okay.
Right.
And it's happening in Lambeau, correct? I'm pretty
Yes, I
sure it's.
believe this
Oh
game
my
is in
goodness.
Lambeau.
I wish I looked this up before, but like that Lions record probably not that good in Lambeau. If we be honest,
Fuck no.
but I got faith. I got faith in the Lions to pull off that victory and for Baker to win for him.
Wow.
Yeah, I have to. It's the Lions, bro. I gotta ride or die.
Ride or die.
We'll probably die, but
Ride
we
or die.
ride until we die with them.
I absolutely respect it. I also have Baker Mayfield and company upsetting the Seahawks.
Respectfully, but you have Green
But I got
Bay.
Green Bay coming out
Yeah,
on top in that game. And I just also I want it for just the dramatic purposes. I'm sorry,
yeah,
I don't have no hate for you. I ain't got no hate for Pete Carroll or Seattle. But if the game that everyone's gonna want to watch is gonna conclude
yeah.
the regular season is just a black game that doesn't even
Yep,
matter really. I want it to fucking matter, and I want it to matter for the fucking Lions.
yep, yep.
I'm with
You
you on
do.
that,
Yeah, you
but
do.
I do have Green Bay winning, but I want it to matter for the Lions. I really do.
Yeah. It's unfortunate how the season started for Green Bay, and now they're like, "Oh shit, we actually have a chance," and it's like, "Oh shit, they actually have a chance." Are you serious, dude?
Yes, they
They
do.
just smacked the Vikings. If they see the Vikings in the playoffs, dude, the Vikings are terrified. They just got smacked in the mouth, and they had no response. Kirk Cousins started like 0 for 10.
All the
It was
teams
terrible.
that smacked the uh the Vikings are in Philly,
Yep.
Dallas, Green Bay. They're all
Yeah.
in. They're all in.
They gonna get
If
smacked if they
if it
see the
happens.
49ers.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Woo. It's gonna be
And
some tough
like
sledding.
so they're battle tested. Like their one score games like that does eventually add to something.
Right.
But damn, y'all's losses were not good at all. Like all of them were bad. Bad losses.
Embarrassing.
Yes.
Absolutely embarrassing. I can't remember who the analyst was, but they predicted they're gonna lose their first close game of the season in the first round.
And who would they be facing?
Depending on how things turn out, if it is the 3 seed, they would be playing the Giants.
Could you imagine the Giants going into Minnesota and
They had to
bouncing that would be
they had to
amazing.
kick that fucking field goal to
That
beat them.
would be amazing, bro.
They had to
I
kick that
hate the
field goal to
Vikings.
beat
They
them.
ruined my. They are
What
literally
happened?
their loss to Green Bay is the reason why the Saints had no chance after that. I was like, yo, the season's ended by the Vikings again,
Again.
bro. Again for like the third, fourth time in 7 years.
Absolutely
Terrible.
get trolled. But that's gonna do it for
No,
us.
you know
Oh,
why? You know why it happens to the Vikings? Because we beat Brett Favre to go to our Super Bowl for it when he was with Minnesota. And yeah,
fair
it's
enough.
been
It's back.
it's all Brett
It's
Favre's
back for
fault,
you.
bro.
It's all Brett Favre's fault. Oh my God. Well, that's going to do it for us on the NFL side of things as we go into the NBA. Yes, sir. We're going to be giving out some mid-season awards as a lot of our teams are underway in their approaching their 40 game marks.
Yes.
this week and into next week. Half of the season has been concluded. We're going to be giving away an MVP, a Rookie of the Year, a Most Improved Player, our Coach of the Year, and of course our sixth man. But we're not going to be done there. We're each going to give out 3 New Year's resolutions for teams to look at and hopefully find improvement and solace in the
Yeah.
future to come. And Mama, we're gonna start hot. We're gonna get right on the gate. We're gonna go crazy. We're gonna go with the most valuable player.
This is probably like the most open it's been in so long. I'm gonna just rattle off some names, right?
Go for it.
Giannis,
Yup.
Jokic,
Yup.
Luca,
Yup.
Embiid,
Yup.
KD, Jason
Yup.
Tatum,
Yup.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Like these people all have a case, and there's probably some names I didn't even say. Like I'm Damian Lillard potentially, like they've been playing, but like every single one of these people have a game or multiple games this season already where it's like, bro,
Hooking.
that's the MVP. Like
Yep.
we didn't get Luca had a 60-point, 20 rebound triple double, right? A week later, Donovan Mitchell has almost a 70-point triple double, and it's like, bro, what is happening? I'm going to eliminate Embiid. I believe I picked Embiid in the beginning of the year. It's just his rebounding. The fact that he's that tall and he only grabs like 9 rebounds a game.
Right.
His scoring is great. He loves that mid-range free throw jumper. Like his
Yep.
scoring is great, but all of these other people do scoring at just as well. Like
We're good dips. Happy holidays to you, man.
I'm going to go with Jokic for the 3P.
Okay.
And it feels like every team at the top will be represented, right, in some way, and I try to like show that as we go. But Jokic, he's been, I don't want to say like regressed, like
Right.
he hasn't been as aggressive, but like he's efficient, 65%. Like he does not miss when he takes his shots. And I know I don't even know how long ago like shitting on the Nuggets, but they are a good regular season team, and it's because of Jokic. So give him his 3P.
Well, we're marking it for MVP.
True. Your MVP, Lewis?
My
I went Jokic.
MVP is the Luka legend.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Luka is averaging basically 34, 9, and 9. He has 19 triple doubles.
Yeah.
He has 19 double doubles, 8 triple doubles,
He is
50%
that team.
shooting from the floor, 36 from the 3, 74 from the 3-point line. Could get a little from the free throw line. Could get a little bit better there, but 34 points per game on 50%. Still getting you 9 points and 9 rebounds and 1.7 steals a game. They definitely need some help to win, but he is all Dallas all the time. My current MVP would go
I mean,
to Mr. Luka Doncic.
yeah.
We're
It's
going the
hard.
European
It's
route, which
hard
is
to pick.
it should
Yeah.
tell you where it's gone.
Yeah. Giannis, like he is still here too. He just had like 55 the other night. Klay Thompson 54. Like
54.
the
Yep.
the scoring and the players, they've just gotten to a point where it's like, yo, this is insane what we are watching, and it's hard to pick just one person.
I currently have Luka in the front running. You have Jokic.
Haven't
Very
seen a
nice.
3P in a minute.
We have
Haven't seen
not,
one in a minute.
we have not, and I don't think we're gonna get one. But let's
We probably
continue
won't.
onward. Mamba, our Rookie of the Year. I think it was definitive. I think we came up
Yeah.
with this once the award was dropped. But let's rattle
Paolo.
off some names.
My
Here.
fault. My fault.
Paulo.
My fault.
We'll give it to, of course, Paulo
Yeah.
Banchero, averaging 21 points, 6 6.7 rebounds, 4 assists, bringing life to the Orlando Magic. Shout out to guys like Ben Mathurin and Jaden Ivey, who have absolutely been playing their asses off, balling hard. Walker Kessler down there, I see you. I see. Just not the same impact, but we see
Right.
you boys down in Utah. Don't worry, we see you boys in Utah. But of course, Paolo Banchero has run away, separated himself from the
From
top.
game one. Game one, he was like, yo, I'm here. Y'all aren't really going to talk about me. That's fine. But I'm going to just do me. And that's put up buckets, get assists, get boards. And he's improved his 3-point shooting. So that's good.
Yes.
He's showed improvements.
Any
Nothing
other
else.
rookies you would
I
like to
mean,
mention other than
Jabari Smith,
Ben?
he's cool.
Yeah, there's a few.
Keegan, he's been cool. You know, Shadon Sharp, he's had his flashes, but
Yep.
no
Not
one to the level of Paolo. Yeah.
not
Benedict, probably the closest.
right.
And he could be argued for sixth man of the year.
Right. Of course. You brought it up. Let's get there. Sixth man of the year, Mamba.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you kick us off with this one. Who is your NBA sixth man? If you want to throw off some names out there, give a little love.
So the names I wrote down:
Ooh.
Malcolm Brogdon. I put him on there because he
My
was,
bias almost did
yeah
it. My bias.
I put him on there. Christian Wood for the Mavs.
Yep.
It dude's
Almost.
killing it off the bench.
Almost. Yep.
Benedict Mathurin.
Yep.
And then my sixth man of the year is Russell Westbrook. I had to, bro. I really did. he 15-8 off the bench. I think leads the league in bench double doubles, triple doubles. Like, they moved him to the bench and he's been killing it. And I don't know if that's, you're saying you have Russell too, but like Russell is the correct call for sixth man right now.
Russell Westbrook is averaging 14.3 points, 6.2 rebounds,
7.6 down a little
assists.
bit, huh? Yeah.
He has 12 double doubles, 3 triple doubles, and he is also my sixth man. And
yeah. It has to go to him, bro.
I'm very surprised. I was like, Mamba's going with Ben Mathurin, or he might go with. I was honestly, I thought you were gonna go with Woods.
I almost did. That's the best part. I almost did. I think he last time I saw, he was averaging like 17 and like 7 boards, 6 boards, something like that. But it's just Westbrook is really he does it all to an extent for them off the bench. That's hilarious, though. I'm surprised that you weren't expecting Russell, but
I was thinking I was ahead of the curve. I'm like, Mama gonna pick him, but you ain't gonna pick nobody. But
shout out StatMuse, bro.
Respect it, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Same opinion, of course. Most improved player of the year for yourself, Mamba. The list actually pretty impressive. There's quite a few gentlemen that are taking leaps and bounds this season. Mamba, who stuck out to you?
See, I'm not a Magic fan, bro.
Okay.
But like Bol has to be considered for it. The man went from 5.8 minutes to 26 minutes. 2.4 points to 12.1 points.
He's hooping.
From, he's 7 rebounds, almost 2 blocks. But the way the NBA is, it's probably Lauri Markkanen's trophy for most improved. I'm going to give it to Bol, though, because he rightfully deserves most improved. This man was not playing. They're getting barely any minutes with Denver, and I bet Denver, it's like, damn, I wish we had this man right now just to be going from the left to the right corner with like 2 steps on defense. Right. It's great. Bol. He deserves it.
Kudos to Bol. But my most improved player of the year is hands down.
Yeah.
Lauri Markkanen. Yes, sir. Averaging 24 points, 8.5 rebounds, 53% from the floor, 42% from the 3-point line, 86.8% from the free throw line, almost 50-40-90, along with 14 double doubles, and is having the best season he has had since his rookie his second year, outpacing himself in every statistical category except for rebounds. He averaged 9 his sophomore season in the league.
Wow.
But my current most improved player of the year is Lauri Markkanen, and I agree. No Jazz fan biased for you, Nips.
Yeah,
I understand. I
I
understand.
agree with it.
But yes, there are of course some bowlers out there. Shea is making a serious push, um, especially because what they did with Ja,
Yep.
uh, giving him most improved. I think it now opens the window for guys like Shea, who's having the year he's having. Um, but it's going to be a very interesting race. But I'm going to
Yeah.
have to give the slight edge to my man Lauri Markkanen. He's been hooping and trying his ass off, and I really just hope Colin Sexton can come back healthy. And I really want to see what that team can do.
Yeah.
Since the off season, I've been hyping
Yeah,
up
you've
the Jazz.
been very,
I've been
you've been high on
hyping the
them.
Jazz a
Yeah,
little
very
bit.
high.
So I got to throw them in there. I did not do any Boston Celtics. Whatever. It is what it is.
Desmond Bain in the beginning, he had it wrapped up. It seemed like everyone was ready. Like, yeah, it's his this year because he's going
Yeah.
crazy, and then unfortunate injury.
Injuries. Exactly. Yep.
It's Laurie, Bol, Desmond, and I'm sure there's someone else who's had a great jump, but
There's a few. Kristaps Porzingis is
no,
bouncing
no,
back.
nope, nope,
Don't hate on my Wizards
nope.
love. Anyways, our final award before we hop into our New Year's resolutions are the Coach of the Year. Mamba, and I'll start with this one. It is the 23 and 14, the current third seed in the Western Conference. Willie Green and the New Orleans Pelicans,
Yeah,
leading this team to
wow.
third in scoring, 6 in rebounds, and 9 in assists. Though I will say I came exceptionally close to picking Jacques Vaughn. Very, very close to picking Jacques Vaughn.
Yeah, I wrote down 5 coaches because
There was a few.
and
Definitely a couple.
I'm surprised you did not go with the Celtics
Joe
because
Mazzulla, I
honestly,
almost did.
the bias it would have fit because this dude stepped into with like hardly any time to get his team ready for the way he coaches. Like his team, and they're the number 1 seed. I do have Jacques Vaughn though
I
because that
respect it.
was a horrible situation that
So,
man was thrown
spoiler
into.
alert, we are supposed to do this last week.
Yeah,
Didn't get
yeah,
time to do it.
yeah,
I almost put him on, and I was like,
yeah,
nah, we're gonna stay with Willie Green. Then I did it again this week later, refresh. I'm looking at it, it's like, I'm about to put Jacques Vaughn in this bitch. And I was like,
yeah.
let me just stay with Willie Green. Let me just stay with Willie Green. But yes, I
My
respect that.
coaches in order went Joe Mazzulla,
Yep.
Jacques Vaughn. I put Michael Malone because the Nuggets were
Okay.
killing it.
Right.
Budenholzer because at the time the Bucks were number 1,
Yep.
and Willie Green. I have Willie Green too because they were as well
They're
at the
hooping.
top. So the coaches, it doesn't really seem like you can go wrong with a coach this season,
Right.
because there are multiple. Doc Rivers could be mentioned, like he could be mentioned, but give me Jacques Vaughn and you going Willie Green, respectfully.
I love it. And believe it or not, Nips, we didn't even do Defensive Player of the Year. It actually slipped my mind till just now looking down there.
I don't know how to determine it, right? For defensive, you have to be able to watch, right? All the games, because
A
when
good
I
amount,
was going through this, I was like, okay, MVP, Jokic, Luka, Giannis.
Right.
Rookie of the Year, obviously Paolo. Most improved, I was like Bane, but he had that for 6 man and like all these. I was like, that team's at the top. That team's at the top. Okay, that team's at the top. Give them an award. Give them an award. They're not able to get an award. That's why I wanted to do the Celtics, because I didn't want to give Tatum the MVP or Brogdon the 6 man. And then you want to be able to get the Nets in there somehow because
Right.
they've been so impressive. And it's like, you're not about to give MVP to KD or Kyrie. That's just like the way it feels with awards now. It's like, we got to try to get everyone. That's why with like Defensive Player of the Year,
Right.
it probably should go to a Brook Lopez or maybe Jaren Jackson if he can finish out the season the way he's playing. but I feel like defensive player of the year, it would go to Giannis. When I was looking up, like trying to figure out like defensive stats, what can I look at? Players' defensive like ratings.
Yep.
Giannis has one of the highest. It's like Steven Adams and then Giannis. So I was like, okay, they'll probably try to give that to Giannis, you know?
Right. Right.
But then you got OG. Man averages like 24 steals a game, and he's
Right.
you know, it's defensive player of the year. It's kind of hard to pick one.
Yeah, it's a little bit more of eye test watching. Can't really just look at stats. You kind of have to look more into more numbers, more metrics, a lot more film.
And then I know in 2K, and this is not, but like 2K, when they figure out defensive, they add in like the rebounding and all that too is factored into it. So it's like, who? I don't know. You know, it's like
last year, man.
Yeah, so
that's how it be. How it be. All right, Mamba, down to our New Year's resolutions to wrap up the show. And hopefully we have 6 different teams here. I have 3, you have 3, but maybe we'll have the same team and we might be trying to solve the same problems here.
Could you imagine? Probably not, though.
Maybe. So, you want me to start?
I mean, I'll get mine out. My first one out of the way because it's very obvious. Clippers, stay healthy, please. Just stay healthy, please. Yeah, that's literally Just stay healthy.
There goes our 6 team.
We knew that one was on there. I was like, I'm gonna do the Clippers. He can do his Boston team.
Nope.
Get healthy, please,
no Boston
and
love
stay healthy.
Yes. Simple New Year's resolution. Get to the gym, drink your milk, eat your fruits and veggies, and get fucking healthy. Kawhi,
they look pretty good
are
when they're
missing.
Together.
Yes. A lot of time missed between Paul George and Kawhi since they've gone to Los Angeles. John Wall got there, wasn't playing because of injury over the last few seasons. He's been healthy. He's been healthy scratches. Now he's having a little bit of injury plague.
Zubac's a top 5 center, bro.
Zubac
I don't care.
Ass off, and you guys have insane depth. You guys got players at every position. You guys just can't stay healthy.
Yeah, and we got a good coach, Ty Lue. He's been there, done that. He knows how to win. Just stay healthy, please. Team 2. Since that one, obviously, go ahead.
I got a team that should be looking for Hi Gurley. A bit of a retooling. I put it a little bit of a pun intended fire sale. That's right, the 2018 Miami Heat.
Oh,
it's time to start figuring out what you can get for all these 6'4" guards, the Cody Martins, the
that's a power forward right there.
The Max Struces, the Duncan Robinsons, the Victor Oladipos, the Tyler Hero. It's just a cluttered mess of backcourt players. In Miami, you're on my list. New Year's resolution. It's time for a fire sale. You guys ran your course. It's time to start selling some shit. Get rid of all those guards that you got that only shoot threes and play no fucking defense, and get Bam some fucking help. Period.
Agreed. A team that maybe they could call up about Tyler Hero because they got some assets. I want the Magic to find consistent guard play.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, they got that loaded up back there though.
But I said consistent. They are off and on with injuries every single season. I know they've had Isaac, who looks like Isaac is starting to practice again, which is great.
He is.
But Cole Anthony, RJ Hampton, Jalen Suggs, Markelle Fultz. They have interesting players. Like Cole Anthony kind of does it all. Markelle Fultz kind of does it all. And we haven't seen much from Jalen Suggs. We've seen his struggles. So we haven't seen him be able to get past that. He's had some solid games, but the guards are the lacking spot for the Magic. And I want to see them get consistency. I do like the core that they have going in Orlando.
I like it.
More shooters as well. Tyler Hero is a shooter.
Hey, that would be definitely interesting to see, but nice, man. But 2 Orlando teams. We got the Clippers and we got both 2 of the Florida teams. Worth mentioning. Nice. Okay, my final team. retool, redesign, reinvent. That's right. I'm looking at you. The 16-21 Chicago Bulls. It's time to tear it down, rebuild, retool, rethink.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
That's it.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
we agreed on two of
Yep.
Chicago. Guys,
Yeah.
what the hell is going on in Chicago?
I don't even know how to answer that. I haven't watched.
Now they like don't like each other and like they're beefing, and
Yeah.
Dragic is like, well, we're all playing for ourselves, and Zach LaVine's
Right.
just like, give me the fucking ball, I'll got it. And it's like, what is happening?
They don't, not enough grit. Like Javonte Green, Alex Caruso, they'll get in there. Like Io, it seems like he'll get in. Like,
right.
They don't have the people doing the dirty work. That Zach LaVine wants to be the scorer. DeMar is a scorer, and
Yep.
they just they have offense, not enough defense,
Right.
and it's not gonna go anywhere. They have assets. LaVine, I wrote literally pretty much anybody but Io and Patrick Williams. I would be looking to trade just to see what you can get back, and then Io, because he's from there and he's probably shown the most potential out of any young Bull, in a minute. And then Patrick Williams, because he was that fourth pick, because he has potential to get to that defensive level of a good NBA starter, that you want from him. When he was coming in, he was being compared to Kawhi. Yep. Obviously not fair. But if he has those tools, he needs something to unlock it, right? I would keep Patrick Williams and Io. Everyone else, deuce. Lonzo, because he's injured, but like, if someone wants Lonzo, why not? Why not?
Yeah. I'm accepting calls for Vucevic, of course. Lonzo, potentially. Someone wants to take on Caruso's contract, maybe. Yeah. I'm on the same boat. I'm on the
the Bulls, bro. We both believe in fixing the Bulls.
We both believe in fixing the Bulls and the Clippers. And
it sounds like we want to see a Clippers Bulls final, bro.
Maybe, a couple of the honorable mentions, of course, almost on my list. Utah Jazz. Let's figure out, what are we? Are we going to be pushing with this roster? Are we going to be looking to sell? Have them up there as a potential. Also, two teams in the Eastern Conference, Atlanta and the Raptors, kind of a very similar circumstance that I had Miami in. Might be time to try to figure out, maybe fire sale some of these players and get back to where we believe you can get to. So those are just some of the teams that I was also looking at.
I give you the one other team, the Charlotte Hornets. They were really the only other team for me, because Michael Jordan sell the team. I give you $5 at this point for it,
Let someone else run this organization that
Steve
you
Clifford
cannot.
should not have been he shouldn't have been the coach to be hired. I guess it's like, this year it doesn't matter.
Right.
So we'll just have Steve, but like, you have LaMelo Ball.
Right.
I understand your team isn't the best and he was injured in the beginning, but Steve Clifford is not the Kenny Atkinson.
Right.
A coach like that gives Steve Nash an actual chance, maybe,
maybe.
The Hornets need to do something and find a center. Y'all draft a center every year and then never play your center until it's like 3 years down the line. And it's like, maybe. And then the center just goes somewhere else. And
very poorly run.
The team, Michael.
That's what happens when it's years of Bismack Biyombo and the Zeller boys. That's really how it goes for them.
Bismack Biyombo.
And the Plumlees. And they had a couple Plumlees. But yeah, it's just.
Al Jefferson. They had him at one point. That is the last
back in the day,
good big for them. That is back in the day, long ago, bro.
Throwback back in the day. Al Jefferson.
Terrible.
Holy shit. What a throwback. But that is going to do it for us on this fine Wednesday. Make sure to tune in on Friday, where we're going to give away our Wrestling Awards of the Year, Match of the Year, Female of the Year, Feud of the Year, Pay-Per-View match. You name it, we're going to be dropping some of those awards. We got the sort of like the awards week this week.
Right.
And then to make sure to tune in, and next week we're going to be dropping our NFL awards. That's right, our NFL MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Coach of the Year. You get the point of it. Of course, deep dive into official NFL playoff predictions. Obviously, we're going to do our way too
Saints
early route to the Super Bowl. Last year, we both whiffed. I had Green Bay versus Kansas City. You had Green Bay versus Baltimore, and we both
I had the
struck out. Sadly,
Yeah.
hopefully this year will be different.
I think I had that same matchup beginning of this year. I really do. Now that I think about it, and hey, there's potential we could get it. You know, Green Bay has a chance of making the playoff. Like, comment, share,
that
subscribe.
would be insane. You were a year off.
Have a great day. Yeah.
Oh, and of course, we might have some national title game conversation to be going down. We have TCU, Georgia. So that will be fun. But of course, like Mamba said, like, comment, share, subscribe. Everyone have a good day.